Hey, this is Jack down at Snake River Fly. Today we're tying a crayfish pattern. It's kind of my version of a tube jig. We're going to highlight the spawn head, as well as some other materials that we have in the shop. The hook, some hydro hackle, and some of the laser legs that we'll get to in a little bit here. Start our thread. Brandon likes to make fun of me because I'm frugal with my thread, but really I'm just lazy and don't want to cut it off. Get a decent base. Not good enough at fly tying to make that work, so I'm going to half hitch. Starting off with tan Marabou for the tail. Pull the tip out because it's so much better once you get to the end. Put our Marabou, measure off the shank of the hook so we get consistent flies and good proportions. About a shank length or so, or a full hook length, sorry. A couple pin traps to set it. Work it up and break your thread off. Okay, so that has never happened to me in my entire life. But through the magic of editing, Brandon's gonna make me look good.
Wish you had some scissors that worked, huh?
Yeah, I really do. Those ones are great, by the way. Okay. Next is our laser legs.
UV Craw.
UV Craw. Thank you, Brandon. They have a little bit of a purple tip on them. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I like to trim them just so I get the tips going. It's a little detail that's maybe unnecessary, but it makes me feel good. Get them pretty close. I like to have them just past the Marabou tips just a little bit. Kind of get them on there, and then we'll get them situated. This is all going to get covered up by hydro. Hydro hackle and the peach sparkle. This kind of tan and brown combo I think is really great for the snake system, all the way up and down. You can tie this in a bunch of different colors for different systems, but this is my favorite on the snake. Brandon's probably gonna make fun of me for using a bobbin cradle, but that's all right. And we'll just wrap it. One thing that I found works really well is just to go fast and commit. It really seems to help keep everything aligned well. I don't know what it is, but whatever magic happens, it seems to work for me. Give myself a little safety net. Get out a not dull pair of scissors. Cut it out. And here we go. Last here, we'll tie in some brown Schlappen by the tip. Have to get down just a little bit further into the feather than you might in some other patterns because I want the big webby stuff. Give myself enough of a ramp to work with here. This is the hard part.
That little trick you just did there?
Somehow, if you can fold those fibers back with the scissors, it helps everything lay down just a little bit nicer to start you off. It's kind of the same thing as stripping off a little bit on a dry fly.
Say that's an expert level move right there.
You spend enough time on the internet, you learn some stuff.
You are on the internet.
I guess I am, aren't I? Okay, so hopefully that's tied off good enough that I don't lose it too bad. give myself a decent collar. One of my favorite colors for this pattern is like a fluorescent orange, just because you end up with a pretty good hot spot there. You can whip finish, but I never know where my whip finisher is, so I just go with a handful of half hitches and call it a day.
Fusion will fix that.
Fusion will fix that. That's their slogan, isn't it?
I hope so. If it's not, it is now.
Sometimes I like to get just a little bit extra on the head to help protect that paint from the rocks, because that is a heavy fly that fishes pretty deep. You can find all these materials at snakeriverfly.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.